man, it wasn't without a cause. They eked out the win, but this new on NFL Live, our Jeremy Fowler reporting that right tackle Terrence Steele tore his ACL per a source. The MRI revealed the damage. That's not good. ESPN Cowboys reporter Todd Archer added that Steele also tore an MCL. Man, the loss of Terrence Steele, a significant blow to the Cowboys offensive line. It struggled in pass protection this season, guys. Dallas has the second worst pass block win rate, ahead of only the Colts. However, there is something encouraging for Dallas. 40-year-old veteran Jason Peters stepped in for Steele on the Cowboys' game-winning drive yesterday. He played well, right? 8-time Pro Bowl left tackle Tyron Smith could also be close to making his season debut. We were talking last week about how he was back at practice, but Mina, Dak struggles, then they were able to kind of eke out the win there. What do you make of all this?
Yeah, I mean, this isn't why they struggled entirely, but I'm beginning to be a little bit concerned about the injuries, in particular because they're injuries that are sort of clustering at certain positions. Talk about offensive line in a second, but they lost Anthony Brown not too long ago, one of their starting cornerbacks for the season. They'd already lost Jordan Lewis before the season. In this game, you see the drop-off with Calvin Joseph giving up a big play very early on. And then on the offensive line, you alluded to, Terrence Steele going out. Josh Bell comes in. He struggles. Arguably, one of the biggest reasons why they were able to put together that drive was Jason Peters coming in. Hopefully, he can play that well in relief. This is going to be a problem as we look to the playoffs at teams like Philadelphia ahead of the playoffs in December, because those are teams that are capable of hunting mismatches. And when you lose players, there are more mismatches to be found at key positions.
Yeah, I'm looking at this Dak Prescott photo in our studio here. That was me watching the game, just like head in the hands. It gave me a headache.
That was Marcus and Stephen A. too.
Exactly. Well, Stephen A. loved it.
Playmaker.
So, Dan, let's take it on the field, though, yesterday. What did the tape show you about Dak's struggles?
That he's trying too hard? Because I would tell you that Dak has been a guy that has always, for the most part, seen the field really well and cleanly. And right now, he's not. And I don't know if he's pressing or trying to do too much, because he knows the offensive line cannot pass protect. It's just not a good pass protecting unit. Does he feel the lack of production from the perimeter players that sometimes where just the production goes down in games? It's really odd to see a guy that is a good player and that has had a strength of just seeing things with such clear vision seem to struggle with seeing very simple things.
Yeah, for me, I like watching this game a little bit. I was at a 10U volleyball game watching my daughter get busy. But in between, I was thinking it's just such an immature performance. And, yeah, we can look at the Dallas Cowboy defense and say the Texans scored 23 points. This defense is, to me, watching the film, is the reason they won the game. Standing up and bowing their neck in a lot of situations where they had unfavorable field position because of this offense. Where's the explosiveness? This is exactly what the Dallas Cowboys did towards the end of the season last year from an offensive standpoint. Everybody kept putting graphics and stats up about they're the number one offense in the league and they gaining all of these yards. This is exactly how they looked when everybody thought that they would get bounced the first week of the playoffs. I thought some way they would have a resurgence. This team, and to your point, Dan, it's time for Dak to overcome those things. Like, you are going to suffer injuries. You're going to have deficiencies this time of the year. The San Francisco 49ers playing with their third-string quarterback right now. You have to overcome it, You got to figure out a way to make this team a little bit more explosive, or they'll be home watching it with us again.
This new on NFL Live, too, as it relates to the Cowboys. They added a little bit of help, too. T.Y. Hilton joining this team. I love this signing. Look at the big smile there.
T.Y. Hilton.
Going to add him, get him on this team. And listen, we're still waiting on the Odell Beckham Jr. situation, but they got T.Y. Maybe they're good to go. 4-time Pro Bowl wide receiver.
Little speed.
I like it, right?
Yeah.
Helps the offense, doesn't hurt.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.